An overview of Terica Ellis's hearing, new accusations, and Ms. Robbie finally makes a statement. On the Case starts right now. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jay So Extra, and if this is your first time here, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell to alert you when I upload a new video. There's a lot to go over, so let's get started. Before I discuss the hearing, I want to give you an update on Ms. Robbie. Ms. Robbie Montgomery, as we all know, is the mother of Tim Norman, who has been arrested on conspiracy to commit murder for hire, has finally made a statement. In a text message between Ms. Robbie and a St. Louis reporter named April Simpson, Ms. Robbie said to April, "Thanks for the prayers, but at this time I'm weak and can't make a statement. Please keep praying for me and my son." Ms. Robbie still lives in the St. Louis area and has been getting a lot of support and prayers from the surrounding communities. The local reporters are still covering this case, but April Simpson was the only one who kept in close contact with Ms. Robbie throughout her time on Sweetie Pies up until now. I will link the article from April Simpson's website in the description below. As I mentioned in a previous video, Terica Ellis was scheduled to have a hearing in Tennessee courts on Wednesday, September 2nd. I was able to watch the hearing via Skype, and here is my summary on that 2-hour-long session. The hearing began with a Tennessee prosecutor interviewing a St. Louis prosecutor to get the details on the charges that Terica is facing. During that time, the St. Louis prosecutor went into great detail of Terica's investigation, and this is what we discovered. As previously mentioned, Terica was an exotic dancer in Memphis. However, Terica was known to travel from Memphis to the St. Louis area to dance in local strip clubs. One in particular was called Bottoms Up, which is located in Brooklyn, Illinois, near the East St. Louis area. Now that's important to note because that is where Andre Montgomery met Terica. Andre met Terica while she was dancing temporarily at the Bottoms Up strip club in Brooklyn, Illinois. During that encounter, Andre and Terica exchanged numbers. Terica also told Andre that he could reach out to her via Instagram through direct messenger and that her Instagram profile name was Alexis Dupree. Sometime after Andre and Terica met Tim, and the two of them began a sexual relationship. The investigator also stated on one particular night, Tim was staying at the Chase Park Plaza, which is located in St. Louis, Missouri, near the Central West End area. Tim invited Terica over to his hotel room. The investigator stated that the two had sex, took showers, and Terica prepared to leave the hotel room. But before Terica left, Tim asked Terica if she knew his nephew Andre, to which she responded yes. Tim then asked Terica if she knew how to get a hold of him, to which Terica replied yes. Then Tim said, "Good, because my mom's house was robbed and $200,000 was stolen, and I need to talk to Andre about it." So at this time, the Tennessee prosecutor was trying to clarify if Tim had suspected Andre of being the one who robbed Miss Robbie's home and taken $200,000 worth of cash that was hidden inside the home. It wasn't clear if Terica knew anything about the robbery, but she did confirm to Tim that she knew how to get a hold of Andre. After Tim purchased 2 burner phones, he gave one to Terica. Terica then reached out to Andre and told him to contact her at this new burner phone number and to delete her previous cell phone number that she had given him when they met at the strip club earlier. So at this point, the only means of communication that Terica and Andre had were to this burner phone that Tim had purchased. The investigator stated that between March 10th and March 14th, Terica traveled from Memphis to St. Louis and stayed with 2 friends who were local to the area, and she planned on meeting Andre at some point during her stay. Also during this time, Terica was in communication with Tim, letting her know when she would be meeting Andre. The investigator went on to say that during her time in St. Louis, Terica was in close communication with Tim and letting him know when she was meeting up with Andre. At that time, Tim told Terica, quote, "My boys are not ready yet." Terica was also in communication with Andre during this time. At some point, Terica went to the Galleria Mall, which is in Brentwood, Missouri, and purchased a pair of pants. She then texts Andre saying, I have these pants. I'm going to meet you to give them to you. Once she and Andre confirmed a time and a location to meet, Terica shared that information with Tim. On the night of the murder, which was March 14th, Terica texts Andre that she was on her way to meet him at the location on Natural Bridge. Once Terica arrived at the Natural Bridge location, she texts Andre that she was outside waiting for him. Andre came out of the building to greet Terica, and that's when they exchanged these pair of pants. According to the statements made in the hearing, Terica told investigators that after she gave Andre the pants, she pulled off and then heard gunshots. She did not stop and call the police. She just kept driving. Now, the court documents show that her cell phone was pinged in that area, and they also show that she was in communication with Tim minutes after the shooting occurred. In text messages, Terica told Tim that Andre has just been shot. Tim's response to Terica was, quote, dump this phone and stay out of St. Louis. The investigators were able to track Terica's movements from St. Louis to Memphis, and the court documents show that they did trace the burner phone from St. Louis to Memphis, and that's when it was cut off. All of the information that was stated by the investigator, that Terica and Andre met at a strip club, that they connected via Instagram, that Terica and Tim were involved in a sexual relationship, that Tim asked Terica to keep in contact with Andre and to get his most current phone number, that Tim paid her money to come and travel to St. Louis, that Tim told Terica to dump the burner cell phone and to stay out of St. Louis. All of that information came from Terica directly. This is what Terica herself told investigators. And the investigator, an attorney in this case from St. Louis, conveyed that to the Tennessee prosecutor during Terica's hearing. When it came time to ask for bail, the prosecutor requested that the judge deny bail because Terica was a flight risk, because she has fled the city of St. Louis and traveled to Memphis and then to Olive Branch, Mississippi. She had an active warrant in the state of Missouri, and she had missed court appearances in her past. The judge agreed, so she is still being detained at this time until her trial. No trial date has been set as of yet, but Tim is scheduled for a hearing on September 4th, which I have requested to sit in on. Also, Tim has been moved from the Madison County Jail. At this time, I cannot locate his whereabouts, but I believe that he is still being held in a federal facility, but I haven't been able to locate which facility. The takeaways from the hearing are the following. 1. When Tim and Terica were together, Tim accused Andre of being the one who robbed Miss Robbie's house and stole $200,000 from her home. 2. Terica made statements to St. Louis investigators implicating Tim as the mastermind behind the conspiracy involving Andre's murder. 3. During some time between March 10th and March 14th, which was the day Andre was murdered, Tim told Terica, quote, my boys are not ready. And finally, Terica's position remains that she had no idea that Tim was planning to murder Andre as retaliation for Andre burglarizing Miss Robbie's home. I will keep you all updated as this story develops. That's all I have for today. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell to alert you when I upload a new video. Follow me on all of my social media at JSoExtra. And if there is a case you'd like me to look into, then send me a tweet over at JSoExtra. Make sure you use the hashtag J on the case so that I can easily find your tweet. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, but until then, stay safe.